Yep. So next up, Hugh, our guy. I text y'all as soon as it happened. I said, Branch, you're an idiot. He's about to be suspended one game. Y'all like, man, he ain't gonna be suspended. He got suspended for rocking Juju Smith-Schuster. He had Buddy on the floor looking like this. This is a historic photo. This is a photo kids need to have hanging up in their rooms.
He was doing his shoulder roll.
This is Detroit versus everybody. If you look at everybody's face, like everybody face, like he's trying to help. He like, damn, that's fucked up. He like, man, it be like that sometimes. He ready to get in a fight. He don't want no smoke. The coach don't know. Like, you just go to everybody's face, and his face is the worst. Like, how did you end up looking like this?
Bro,
like, did he pull your helmet off and punch? Like, what happened, bro?
That's what it looked like, bro. It looked like he pulled his hair, but he ain't got no hair, right? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my iPad while he's showing it. The lag caught up, so I can look at it now. But it looked like he ain't got no hair, but it like, yeah, I don't know.
So was that one game suspension warranted? Now, hold on, before you say something.
Okay.
My allergist lady, she was putting me on game. She was like, "Yo, so there's a video out." She was like, "She said."
Allergist lady.
My allergist. Well, because she's not my allergist. It's the reception lady that work at my damn allergy place. It's Helen. Helen told me. Helen was like, "Yo, Lando." She was like, the league just came out and said this, and she read it to me verbatim. She was like, they said that Juju came at him first, taunted him, and put his hands on him or whatever it is, and Branch did this off 100% retaliation. We only seen the after effect. She said the league came out and was like, yo, my man got fucked up, but he might have deserved it. I'm paraphrasing. Have you heard anything about that?
I just seen the play where he hit him in the back. That's the only play that they've been showing. So there's a play that he basically, it was an illegal play, that they didn't call. And that's what he kind of admitted what he put in his statement, right? He put in his statement that, I'm tired of the refs not calling stuff. So there was a play that he was coming in and he was crashing in on the quarterback trying to make a tackle, and Juju just hit him in the back. We play,
Juju
you play football. You know how I feel to get hit in the back. He don't feel too good, So that's what happened, and he took that. He didn't take that too kindly, Yeah. So I'm sure he was steaming. At this point he was steaming from that play until you see what just happened. So
was it warranted?
No, unfortunately,
it was because it's a national televised game, and like you gotta think this is the Chiefs versus the Lions. Everybody in the world watching it. And you see my man get bloodied up and get punched, you got to suspend him a game, bro.
Yeah. I thought you was talking about the retaliation.
No, I'm talking about that one game.
Yeah, unfortunately it is. You're not wrong. It's national televised, and it happened after the game, of course. Unlike that Jalen Carter joint, if it would happen before the game, you could do it for the whole game. But unfortunately, he was bugging. He know he was bugging. We all know he was bugging, no matter how much we love Branch. But Mills said something important in our group chat. Sometimes you just gotta let them know that you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So this one game. So you suspended one game, and it cost him $76,000. So they say this is a $76,000 L, but for the rest of his career, nobody ain't about to fuck with him or talk to him like that. Nobody. It's worth it, bro. It's worth it. It's worth it to have that because of some people that's like, I forget my man it's this one guy that's on the Pacers. He don't play at all. He's like who was the guy that was on Miami, the one that everybody. Oh, yeah. So it's like one of those OGs that been there forever that's just enforcer. So everybody got stories like, yo, don't mess with my mans because they'll piece somebody up. So he must have just pieced somebody up one time in his life, but everybody have that shadow story of, hey, man, don't fuck with Hugh. Hugh bit a bat head, then he's like, once you do that stuff, so that's why, let's talk life, y'all. If you younger and you're in high school, like, for example, my thing, I never got into a fight in high school one time ever. It just was since I was the only black person that wrestled and stuff, and it's just like, all right, man, Lando not a wrestler and shit, leave him alone. So it's like, all right, so I never have to fight anybody. It just was one of those situations. Once you do something crazy or whoop somebody ass, you got to make that example. And then your life just goes so much easier. Because even if you bought that life or not, people have that persona that you are, so you just get left the fuck alone.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
No, 100%, 100%. We can go off of even rap beef, right? With the whole J. Cole thing. It was like everybody want him to let Kendrick know that you're that crazy. And he didn't. So we look at J. Cole
Lesser than
here now. And honestly, Drake can probably bounce back before J. Cole as far as his
Drake
image.
100% could bounce back.
Right.
Because
and
people don't like how Drake move.
Yeah.
But people lost respect for J. Cole. Because
no, go ahead.
Because you can do something that I just wouldn't do. I'm like, yo, Hugh, that's a sucker move. Don't do that. You can do it and we can disagree. I'm like, yo, that's a sucker move, whatever it is, but we can get over it. When somebody said, hey, man, meet in the street, let's square up. And Hugh, you been saying, I beat somebody ass, man, any nigga that I beat their ass. And somebody told you to go on the street and square up, and you said, man, I don't want to mess with no friendship. I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh, man, Hugh, I lose respect for you on that level. It's like, yo, I know I can't go to the fight with this dude. So 100%. I would prefer the Drake than the J. Cole, to be honest.
I remember, we'll go back to, we ain't gonna put no names out here. I'm gonna tell you, hey, chat, we talking now. When we was in Colombia, bro, and we was with some folks, you know what I'm saying? And we had some of our close friends, and then our mutual friend had some of his close friends. And we got into a disagreement. They was acting a certain type of way, and I felt like we was chilling, but they probably had something on us too. And we got to a boiling point. We was on a party bus, right? It was almost like a party bus. And we having a good time. We ain't studying nobody. We having a good time. And then one of our mutual friends, close people, said something, but he tried to be disrespectful with it. And Lando went off. And then my man's a big dude. He played like football and everything.
At the time, he played pro what you call not NFL football, but
it was
Canadian League football.
Yeah, he played Canadian League. My man was a big dude.
You got me 5'6", and you got Mr. Muscle in shape, man. Because what he said was, he was like, man, them niggas broke or something. He said something disrespectful, and he was like 6 rows back and said it, but I don't know if he ain't expect me to hear it.
You heard it, dog.
0 to 100. So literally, we're on this party bus. 0 to 100. I lose it. I'm ready to beat his ass. I don't do this on no trip with the people that we with. I'm ready to beat his ass.
It was the worst trip we ever been on. It was the worst trip we've been on.
Yeah, so it's like we usually such a good vibe. If we beat somebody else, it's somebody that we don't know. And we're not going and fighting each other type stuff. And I was literally at like a 12, and one of the chicks on the bus was like, come on, take a shot with me. Dance, I'm cute. I'm like, bitch, I guess you are cute. So, so we get to going on a bus, right? So we're going, but as I'm partying, I went from a 12 to a 10. I I'm still hot, bro. It didn't leave my mind. It didn't go nowhere. I just put it in my back pocket. So I'm just like, so I'm dancing in the videos. I'm, hey, but
Ooh,
I'm still like,
hey,
I'm beating his
oh.
ass as soon as we get down there. So we do this for about an hour, bro. We go to the stop because before it was like, yo, get off the bus and I'll beat you up, man, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, all right, I get off the bus. So we didn't have this opportunity. An hour later, so soon as we stopped, it went from partying, I went straight down the bus, and I'm right at the beginning. I'm like, soon as he get off, he catching his fade. And this is an hour later, and soon as he got off, he looked me in the eye. I'm like, you won't, I don't remember what I said verbatim, but it's just like, you ready for the smoke? And he just looked at me like, no, man, it ain't even like that, bro. We cool.
Because I remember you handed me your stuff, bro.
See, I don't even
You
remember that.
handed me your stuff, and you was like, bruh, I can't remember what you said too, but you was like, you came and you basically like, yo, that slick stuff that you was talking on the bus,
That
what's up with it? And then he just looked and he just like, he didn't know what to do. And he
and,
just like,
and the reason it happened like that because somebody of his situation, his caliber,
mm,
you're pro player, you in shape and all this type of stuff. If you beat me up, it's like, all right, you supposed to. You take this L, you're gonna look bad. It's a lose-lose for him.
I
For
don't think it's
me,
that. I just don't think nobody challenged him like that because he's so big.
he can't fight. He can't fight. He
Yeah,
ain't never had to fight. He
yeah.
probably ain't never had to fight since he was a kid. So I know people like him. He can't fight. So and a problem is it's like, okay, and that's what I told him. That I remember I said something. I was like, the difference between me and you, I'm not scared to lose a fight. You probably are. Because I
Mm,
don't care. It's like, it's either I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose.
yeah.
I'm not scared to lose no fight. He's gonna care what other people think. And since I've never been scared to lose a fight, I ain't never lost a fight.
That part. And then chat, I had a reverse situation because he just declined. We shook it off. I mean, they shook it off,
And
kept
we
it
was
moving.
cool after that until you had
And
a different situation.
yeah, yeah, I know, right? I had a reverse situation. One of my closest boys at the time while I was in middle school, right? It was a guy, bro. It was a little quarrel over a girl. You know what I'm saying? She was mighty fast, but you know how that go, right? But we chilling over one of my closest friends at the time, one of my best friends. We chilling over his grandmother crib like we do every weekend throughout the summer, right? And a guy came up with said girl, and he was cool. He was a little bit. He was probably like 2 years older than us, but he was cool, bro. Like we all knew him from around the neighborhood. And he was like, "Yo, Hugh, I got a problem with your man's. Tell him to come outside and let's square up." I'm like, "All right, bet." You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I was like, "All right, bet." Y'all, you want? Let's just shoot the ones. I can respect that. I know him because I mean I'm from a town. Fair fights
Fair fights.
only last if we know each other, right? If I know the opponent that you're fighting and we're cool, fair fight square. If I don't know the
Outside of that,
opponent,
somebody always jumping in, bro. Somebody's
yeah, yeah, it's
always
it's going
jumping
to
in.
happen. Somebody's always going to jump in, and I'm one of them. Anywho,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Nobody you with.
yeah,
If it give 1 inch of a sight that you're losing,
losing, I'm in it, bro. It could be tested. It could be tested, bro. So, so I knew him. I respected how he came up. He came up to us like a man. He said, "Man, let's shoot the ones." I went downstairs and I told he was like I said, he was one of my closest boys at the time. I told him I was like, "Hey, so and so outside. He wanted on you. He want to catch the one on ones." And he looked at me dead in my eyes and he was like, "Nah, man, I ain't going outside." I'm like, bruh. I was like, bruh, you gotta go outside. I was
and you
like,
told him that,
yeah, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, It's the
You like
ones, you know what I'm
I'm here
saying?
with you, bro. You
Yeah,
you gotta
I'm
go.
with you, bro.
You gotta
I'm
catch this
here.
fade.
Yeah, like, bro, I'm here, and it was like 4 of us there. So four of us there, and he came by himself with just old girl.
Bro,
Even
if
though
that
we
ain't
wasn't
as real
gonna
as it
dump him,
come.
yeah, that's about real as it come. That I had mad respect for him doing that because that's true. So, and I'm like, bro, you gotta go outside, and he just like, nah, man, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. So I tried to convince him,
So it's making you go
and
up there and you
yeah.
you team ho. You
I'm
like
team that. So
you,
so I felt I felt
you
like
needed
you know what
you
I'm
needed to
saying?
fight
Yeah.
him. Like, hey, you came for
Yeah,
fade.
bro. Like I felt embarrassed
Like,
going
bro.
back upstairs, going outside
You,
and talking to my mans and say, nah, bro, my boy don't want to come outside. He say he ain't gonna fight you. He looked at me and I looked at him and I just I think he called him, you know what I'm saying? He called him what all I could do is be like, hey man, it is what it is, dog. It is what it is. And ever since then, I never looked at him the same. I don't think we was friends after that, really. I was just like I
yeah,
backed
it's like
out. I'm like,
when you
hey.
raised in a hood like we are,
Mm.
it like cause even though I changed later, I always hated fighting. I never wanted to fight. I was forced because it's like my cousin Marcus and my brothers, we're the same age. He just a year or two older and he's taller. I gotta go fight him. Like, man, I don't want to fight my cousin. I love my cousin. Man, fight before we beat y'all ass. So he like, all right. So he whooped my ass and I'm like, oh man. So then when it come down to the Barton fan reunion, we gotta go to the Barton fan reunion. Brandon and Brian, the twins. These is my bestest friends that I'm hanging with. All right, y'all, they get drunk or whatever it is. All right, y'all got to fight. I'm like, all right, but they 2-against-1. So it's me fighting the twin. So it just was like, bro, I always had to fight with people that like just friend, like, but you had to real fight because the olders was gonna whip your ass. So I ain't never take no L's to anybody in the street because I know most people just don't want to fight. Cause I ain't no just genuine want to fighter. Like the craziness clicked. Now I want to fight,
Yeah.
but I just know in core. So that's why I like how I raised Omar. I know he got that energy in me, where it's just like, I don't want to be
Yeah,
beating
no
up
fight.
nobody.
No look, Kev, no fight, no fight.
No fight, no fight. So
And
yeah,
it was like me and
that's
Orlando,
real
we
though.
went to different schools. His school was a little bit more preppier, mine was a little bit more hooder. Man, so I was with the smoke, bro.
Y'all was
I was
different, bro. Y'all was
bro.
different. Like we
I was
just
with
wanted
the
to,
smoke, dog.
come on, let's have a good time and let's just have
Yeah.
fun with one another. And y'all was just on what? Shut your you trying to
What?
blaze? It's like why are y'all trying to blaze each other? What is going on? Why are you so angry? Like
Man.
so we was a good vibes. We was
Yeah.
gonna laugh, joke, and have fun. They was gonna blaze. So not joke. They was gonna blaze,
Yeah.
fight, then have fun. So it's like
Can't have fun. And like I said, man, but me and Orlando, we was like this, of course, and still to this day. But boy, I was a little bit different back then. I was a little
yeah,
different back
it
then for sure.
changed. He was a
Yeah.
hood rat always trying to fight. And I was a peacemaker. Then it changed to me being a
Yeah,
hood rat trying
he
to
was a
fight.
rat.
And he was a peacemaker.
But anyways, we went to this whole rabbit hole. Sometimes at the end of the day, because Lando seen me turn up on people. Sometimes, and we just told you the story about Lando turning up. Sometimes you gotta let somebody know that you crazy, bro. That you willing. Like I'll find out, bro. You run up on
It's
somebody
like
in the
I'll
face.
find out. Let's
I'll
find out.
find out, bro. I don't care about none of that. You scared to lose. I'm not. I'm willing to find out who's the better
So my
man.
question
And when you
is,
do that, people leave you
okay,
alone.
all right, real quick before we move
Mm.
on. And then this first time, as me being your friend, I never asked. How did you get that? Because I just told you I was born a natural. I don't want no smoke. I get that through to my siblings forcing me to have to fight all the time. So after a while, it's just I know how to fight because I had to. You ain't have no older brother. You
Yeah.
ain't have them, them old OGs is forcing you to fight. Was it more just peer pressure to your friends
Yeah,
fighting?
I think it was just osmosis through growing up and growing up in the hood, and so it's just one of those sink or swim type of situation. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna swim every time,
You ain't
and
about to be that nigga in the
I,
basement talking
yeah,
about.
and to be honest, y'all might make fun of this, but we both took karate when we was younger,
Man, Taekwondo,
but
what y'all talking about, bro?
yeah,
What y'all talking
taekwondo.
about? Shout
Even
out to
with
the
that.
chat that did karate.
Yeah, everybody did chat, and I know I was more using hands than karate, but it still gave me confidence.
It
You know what
it
I'm
gave you
saying?
confidence for sure.
It gave me confidence that I can handle myself. So, but when it came down to it, just almost like blazing, or just like anything the Brian Branch situation, I just realized like, bruh, sometimes you just gotta take it there, and then I'll figure out from there. So I had the confidence to throw my hands, and then on top of that, it's like you gotta do it through
And
osmosis
so
because you're gonna come
all right,
to a
I'll give you
point.
guys a prime example before we move on since we're here. And I won't forget, I won't remember another story. So how Hugh said his school was just more hooder and mine was more sedity, right? When I had my ninth grade year, my grades was messed up because I had our senior class hang with seniors. I had summer school. So we had to go to a school called Tinkham. It's called alternative schooling. Bad kids go to Tinkham, right? I get there, it's me and Jeremy, and so it's me and my boy from Glenn and everybody else from Wayne from Hugh School. And these are all my boys that I know. And I'm like, oh my God, this class is about to be crazy. When you walked, I promise you guys, when me and Jeremy walked in, soon as you walked in, what? Shut your big ugly, yo, you too. Like, it was, we ain't never heard blazing on this level in my life. So for like the first week, we got fucking cooked every day. Since we didn't know how to blaze, it was just a row section. And I remember like it was yesterday, bro. Me and Jeremy leave summer school, and we get to his house. He was like, bro, we got to figure this shit out. This shit ain't going. he like, this ain't gonna work, bro. They cooking us every time. I'm like, yo, we have to learn how to blaze. I'm like, yo, we gotta. How do Jay look? How is this? Blah blah. Like we literally. So I remember like it's yesterday, right? So we go to class. It was like a Friday that happened. So on Monday, we go in and we walk in and everybody waiting. So you got the teacher, everybody there. So people was actually kind of being calm. And they just waiting. So Jeremy walk in and that nigga go to the whiteboard, bro. He walk in past the teacher and he start drawing. And everybody like, cause there ain't no teacher, like, man, what's this nigga doing? What are you doing? So he's drawing some fucked up teeth. They said, Jeremy, what's that? He said, that's Jay Mama ugly ass teeth. And everybody started going. And the teacher started laughing. Once you had the teacher laughing, bro, from there we was just cooking people. And like that's how I learned that's the only reason I ever learned how to blaze, do going to Tinkham, bro.
And those people, think about those people was my friends in elementary. We went to two different elementaries, same middle school. So those people that was blazing you was I had to deal with that at fifth, fourth, third grade. So just like so it was just like
Yeah,
it was so
we
early I
wasn't
just
ready,
had it.
bro. But it was a sink or swim.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, you're gonna be that
Mhm.
kid that get bullied on and that you just be an easy target,
Yeah.
or you just got to figure it out. Because
Hmm.
once you do one good blaze, it's fair game. Everybody leave you alone, and it just go back and forth.
Right.
It's like what you just say two blazes, they say two
Right.
blazes, and they just go on to the next person. It's over with.
It's over with. It's really not that serious. You just gotta get through the mental part of it. You're like somebody's actually talking about me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, what coming on the fighting, you just gotta let somebody know that you crazy
Just
enough.
walk in. What? You trying to
What?
blaze? It's like, bro,
You
I
trying to
just walked into
blaze?
class, bro. I just walked into class.
Nah, bro, you trying to blaze. Okay. Get your